No gold is not in her. She's a dime.
Welcome to another wonderful edition of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And today we boldly go where no YouTube channel has gone before. Probably not.
Where is that?
I don't know. It's Easter Sunday here, which should give you a little bit of idea of what our lead time is for posting these videos, which is good. It means we've got a lot of content ready for you. A couple of quick updates about the $1 Million Peddlers. We cannot buy a positive. Still at 4. Still cannot open a store. The guy did not pay for the OG magazine, so we had to relist it. So it's back up. If you missed out the first time, it will at some
It'll
place.
sell again, for sure.
So feeler and all that. We got our fees back. We did make another sale, though.
Nice.
Yeah, one of the art magazines that we showed you a couple of weeks ago, that did sell 99 cents. So I think right now we're about 7 cents ahead of the game. But actually,
That's with free labor.
That is true, and free items too, because I'm stealing them from you.
True.
So,
Success.
few things here we're going to be listing again. So if you see anything here you like, million.dollar.peddlers.com. Today's art magazine. Again, we sold an art magazine, so we're going to be going. What on there do you think you should mention? The number one thing to mention. Chinese art, exactly.
Yes. Or Artists of Chicago.
That's true.
That would be the secondary.
That would be the secondary. And I would go through it, and there may be a name artist in there, which I don't know. But definitely, if you do get things from China, list them. They do sell. A lot of people purchase things from China. Just always sells. And keeping with the same theme over here. Whoa, where are we? There we are. Portfolio. Yet another art magazine. I have no idea what I'm going to list on
Obviously, Giovanni Bellini. I mean, everyone knows that.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
He and I went to different schools together. And then the last thing we got over here, which actually this has a lot of things on it. I got to learn how to do this over here. This has a lot of things on it. If you take a look there, one thing it doesn't have is a mailing label. Somebody ripped it off, so that's going to hurt a little bit on the sales. But, I mean, everything on there.
You can list them all, yeah. Manson,
Hoffa, Judy Garland, Grace Kelly, Woodstock. So it's got 5 different things that can sell on it. So this is one of those that it actually has too much stuff to list.
No, I have a question that I always run into with my employees. You got 5 names.
Mm-hmm.
You can't fit them all in the top line. Mm-hmm. Then what do you do?
I do list them down below, just because people will look down there. A lot of people will look down there.
The top 2 in. The top 2.
Yeah, probably Jimmy Hoffa, Woodstock, and Charles Manson, I think. Although Judy Garland is another good one.
Yeah.
And then I'll also do the Sigmund Freud right over here on the table of contents page.
You're ignoring Martin and Lewis. Ignoring them. More names. So 7 names to work with.
Tonkin Golf from Vietnam. I mean, you just got a ton of stuff on this one over here. So this is a potentially a very good magazine. Sure. Haven't done any research on it, but I guarantee you there are people that just do very bad listings on things like that. Like it's August, September 1989. I guarantee people will put down August, September 1989. Just put August of 89. It's a bi-monthly. You can do bi-monthly down below. So that's kind of a little update of where we are, but that's not what we're here to talk about. What are we here to talk about today, Mr. Dash Magazine?
I have a present that I bought myself.
Oh, well, that's nice. An Easter present?
Exactly.
Nice. All I ever got are marshmallow chicks from 3 years ago. Tastes the same as they did when they came out, though.
Nice. Anywho,
well,
so every quarter I save up my eBay bucks, and it tends to be about $150 because I buy so much shipping supplies through eBay.
What are eBay bucks?
It's 1% cash back, basically, you can use on eBay.
Now, does it cost anything to join the program, or?
No, just an eBay member, I believe, is all you need to be.
That's nice. And then
if your wife spend a lot of money on eBay, then more money you'll get back to spend on yourself like me.
Nice. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's see what your present was. Packing peanuts, a lot of packing supplies.
Save them.
Definitely. Kind of neat. You got this from buying packing supplies, and then you got more packing supplies.
Exactly. Freebies.
Or maybe what's inside of here is a freebie.
I had to pay a little bit of the difference. I think this was maybe $250. I put in about $100 if I can get it open.
And where do you get this branded tape
These
from?
are free eBay branded tape.
Yep. If you have a store subscription, you get anywhere from $50 to $150 every quarter, depending upon the size of your store. They'll send you out a coupon, and then you shop in an eBay store, eBay supply store.
You did a pretty good job with this.
You did a wonderful job of that.
I would keep those.
Oh yeah, definitely. So what did we got? The suspense is killing me.
Okay, I'm going to show you in 3 minutes. That's about as long as I take to open this up.
It definitely did not get damaged in shipping. Wow, look at that. More.
Yes, and now we have an eBay
This
mailer.
is like Russian nesting dolls here.
So I think in the previous episode I mentioned I've been collecting Amazing Spider-Man original runs from the 60s. And I'm trying to grade everything 25 and below in a 5 or 5.5. So this is number 18. Pretty cool. I think they're pretty clean too if you look at the 5s. I mean, it's a reasonable price for a nice grade, you know.
Oh yeah.
So
Sandman cover.
Sandman, yeah.
Very nice.
So there you have it.
Now, a couple of quick things talking about the eBay bucks. One thing that they do is they do from time to time offer higher percentages.
Yeah, specials and so forth.
You know, sometimes it's 10% if you use the app and 5% if you don't. Sometimes it's 8%. Various times, for whatever reason, maybe the sales are a little low across the platform or whatever. They do offer a little bit higher percentage. So one thing that I do at that point is I do order shipping supplies at that point. Now, obviously, if I'm about out of something, I order it when I need it.
Sure.
But when all of a sudden a 5% or an 8% offer comes along, if it's something other that you know you're going to be using regularly, it's a good time to order it. Another thing that I order, I'm one of the only people left that still uses stamps. I buy the Forever stamps. They're a little bit cheaper than they are at the post office, and here I am getting an extra 5% off or whatever it is.
Smart.
You know, and they don't go bad. So things like that are really nice to order at that time. Another thing that you can sit there, you know, save up is, hey, you find one of those Spider-Man comic books you want, just kind of wait. Hey, there hasn't been one for a while. Let's wait because, you know, let's just say you're spending $200 on an item.
Sure.
You know, all of a sudden instead of getting $2 back, you get $10 back. So it's definitely worth doing. On that.
I put them on my watchers list, and then when the time comes, and I just pick one or two of them out or something in that price range, and I pay the difference.
Now, what do you feel about getting your own comics graded?
I've always wanted to, but I guess time and money. I want to get 50 graded, but then at $50 a piece, it adds up. You know, and it's a time-consuming process. A turnaround, especially now, has to be months and months.
Oh yeah. And one of the things that I've seen out there is a lot of people nowadays are pressing their comics, and you can actually pay somebody to professionally press them for you, or you can go on to YouTube and find channels that'll teach you how to do it. Certainly, if you're going to do that, start with something cheap first. Don't have your first comic be a really good comic book. But from what I've read, it can actually make a pretty good difference in grades. Now, we did send some stuff out. I don't know if you recall or not. We did send stuff out to CGC any number of years ago, and one comic came back much better than I thought. But then the rest of them, you know, I'm looking at them going, these are beauties, and they're coming back 5s. Which, as you can see there, you're taking a look at that 5.5, actually is a very good-looking comic. And if you were to see that ungraded out in the wild, you'd be very, very happy about it.
Sure.
So it's just, it does amaze me, some of these comics that come back at a 9.2 and a 9.4 and that kind of stuff. It's just unbelievable that they've ever lasted that long in that high of a condition.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Any special things going on for Easter?
I'm working. How about you?
Working.
Nice.
Pretty much the same. But that's pretty much what we got for you today here. Nice comic book there. A little bit of talk about eBay bucks. Definitely wait till the promotions come along and buy the things that you know you're going to use. Again, even if you sit there and you use record mailers, you sell a lot of records. Hey, you're down to the last 50. You usually order when you get down to 20. Order a little bit sooner because now all of a sudden it's a 5% or an 8% give back instead of a 1%. Definitely worthwhile. And then at the end of the quarter, you can buy yourself something nice like Mr. Dash Magazine did right there. So
Exactly.
well, we'll see you next episode.
All right, take it easy. Bye-bye.